Stop your constant thinking about the future and answer this question. At this right moment, do you consider yourself rich or poor? When asked this question, most smart people realize two things. The first being the fact that they weren't present at that moment. Everybody just keeps on looking ahead and wants more constantly, more money, more success, more knowledge, more things, which means that they're not satisfied with what they have now, and that leads to the second realization, the answer to the question. So they'll be like, since I'm grinding too much to become rich, I'm poor to begin with. Here are 10 proofs you're more rich than you actually thought. Before we get started, in the comments below, please give us an explanation of what you feel like makes people rich. While you're down there, hit the like button, sub button, bell button. Let's get started. Number 1, you don't have a debt problem. Debt is the leading cause of financial stress in the United States. According to a 2007 Go Banking Rates poll, a lot of Americans have debt. The average total amount owing by a survey of respondents who reported having debt was stunning $140,000. Furthermore, 1 out of every 4 respondents said they owed money on a school loan, and almost a third said they owed money on an auto loan. Half of all Americans claim they owed money on their credit cards, while the majority of those who said they owed less than $500 said they owed less than that. You know you're not affluent if you're sitting around in a mountain of debt. It makes no difference if you have a Rolls Royce parked in front of your house, if you're in a bunch of debt. On the other hand, if you're debt-free, you're wealthier than you believe. That's because you're not wasting money on interest, which might be invested to increase your wealth. This does not imply that you must be completely debt-free. The idea is to avoid high interest debt, such as credit card debt, and to make low interest debt, such as mortgage debt, manageable by avoiding cash flow stressing loans. You're probably doing okay if you're in that situation. 2, you have a job. Don't underestimate the value of your employer-provided perks. Health insurance, match contributions to a retire plan, and pay time off all add to your net worth. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, perks account for more than 31.7% of total compensation received by employees. You'll be spending more out of pocket for the insurance premiums and retirement account fees if you didn't have these benefits, and you'll be losing income for days off of your income if you didn't have them. According to the Kaiser Family Foundation's annual employer health benefits survey, the average yearly premium for employer-sponsored health insurance in 2017 was $6,690 for individual coverage and $18,764 for family coverage. Workers, on the other hand, paid only 18% of the cost for single coverage and 31% for family coverage on average. Employers are responsible for the remaining costs. Employers' subsidies have employees benefits of $5,486 on yearly health insurance premiums for single coverage and $12,947 for family coverage, according to those estimates. Your employer health benefits have made you that much more wealthier. Many businesses are ready to provide substantial employee benefits in order to attract the top employees. Check with your company to see if you may renegotiate your present benefits package. Otherwise, you should begin looking for a higher paying career. 3, you have friends and family. If It's a Wonderful Life, the famous Christmas film, has taught us anything, it's that being wealthy is about having excellent friends. While your bank account may not be bulging, you're probably wealthier than you realize if you have a large network of friends. On a daily basis, you connect with your inner circle, enhancing each other's lives. Your connections function as a force field around you, shielding you from everything life throws at you. They also serve as a barrier, shielding you from those who do not have your best interests at heart. Plus, if you surround yourself with the appropriate people, you could potentially boost your financial worth. Author Thomas Corley states in his book that one of the behaviors of self-made billionaires is to form ties with other successful individuals. These connections may have paved the way for the profits in the future. If you don't already have a strong social network, Corley suggests volunteering with organizations where you're likely to meet successful individuals and joining professional groups where you may develop connections. One of the most popular behaviors among the rich is networking. 4, you have meaningful meaning in your life. What you do for a living is something you enjoy. You have the ability to freely give your time and money to help others. You have the financial means to donate to organizations that you care about. Because your life has significance, all these signals imply that you're wealthier than you realize. How much fulfillment you have in your life is how true richness is assessed, Corley added. It's demonstrated by the size of your income, especially if getting that money requires you to do something you don't love and leaves you with little time to do the things you do love, he explained. Money, like a ball and chain, may bind you to a business job or something that is full of duties, commitments, deadliness, and stress. Develop an escape strategy if you don't appreciate what you're doing. It may be necessary to make financial sacrifices and live a life that does not look prosperous in order to make the move. For example, somebody who's an attorney but wants to be able to cease practicing law and spend time doing good things for the world, that's a different kind of riches. 5. Your net worth is increasing. Perhaps you aren't wealthy yet. However, if you see that your net worth is rising, it's an indication that you're on the correct track. If you put aside more money each year, that means you're getting wealthy. On the other hand, if you get a 5% rise at work, but your lifestyle expands by 7%, you're going backward. According to him, the idea is to gradually raise your savings as your income rises. Unfortunately, just 57% of Americans have a savings account of more than $1,000. You may also be poor and earn a lot of money because what matters is how you keep and not how much you produce. The majority of individuals overlook this crucial life lesson. An investment banker fresh out of school earning 60 to 100K online appears to be earning more than usual marketing or artist freelancers. But most people are shocked by all the remaining hidden charges and fees since they're focused with the compensation. Paying yourself entails concealing your earnings so that they have no influence on how you spend. To put it another way, setting up automatic withdrawals will help you resist the temptation to spend your paycheck. This is a basic step that most grads overlook since they are enthralled with their very first payment. Here's why people are usually worse off mentally, emotionally, and financial after starting a job. Number 1, taxes, transportation, waste of time, literally slaving your time, working long hours for no pay, minimal bonuses, mental health snacks. Companies simply pour money at the problem rather than solving it because they care more about their customers. Anyone and everything can be replaced. As an employee, your earnings are limited and you have less flexibility, autonomy, and fulfillment since you are working for somebody else who determines what you are worth and when you may quit. But don't get me wrong, a stable corporate job is a terrific way to get your feet wet in the corporate world, get a basic wage, and figure out how you like to move before you begin moving forward in your career. 6. Your income is higher than average. If your average annual income exceeds that of Americans in the second quarter of 2021, the weekly median wages for full-time wage or salary employees in the United States was $990. It equates to about $50,000 in annual earnings. Any amount above that should be deemed a decent income in theory. 7. You're aiming for a comfortable retirement. Think you need to save over $800,000 for your retirement lifestyle. You're certainly richer than the average Canadian. According to a survey conducted by IPOSIS in 2018, Quebecers estimate they will need about $400,000. Ontarians are aiming for about $900,000. 8. You have an important lifestyle. If your annual budget for dining out was more than $2,000 in 2017, you had a larger lifestyle than a household average. 9. You're part of the world's 10%. If you're an American, chances are you're part of that percentage. You may not need as much money as you believe to be amongst the world's top 10%. According to the Credit Suisse Research Institute's 2008 Global Wealth Report, you don't even need 6 digits. According to the Credit Suisse, a net worth of $93,000 is enough to put you ahead of 90% of the world's population. The value of financial assets plus real assets, mostly houses, possessed by families minus their obligations. According to the institution, according to Credit Suisse, America has more than 102 million people in the top 10% of the world's population. To be part of the worldwide 50%, you need a lot less. Even if you just have $4,210 in your bank account, you're still wealthier than half the world's population. A net worth of $871,000 means you're in the top 1%. 19 million Americans are in the top 1%. Last but not least, number 10, you're healthy. When health is lacking, riches become meaningless. Stated from the famed ancient Greek physician Herophilus. That may have been true 2,300 years ago, but it's still a philosophy I follow today. emphasizing the need for frequent checks for both your health and your money. As a company, we communicate with people every day about how to develop and to protect their wealth. But in my opinion, having riches is pointless if you don't have your health to enjoy it with your loved ones. A three-pronged technique may be used to assess and analyze and update the state of your personal health and wealth. First, get your health and finances checked by professionals once a year. Second, make sure you're getting good assistance from the correct practitioner. Finally, take action based on the evidence you've been giving. This third component is maybe the most important. If there's one word that could sum up this video, it'll be gratitude. We all have something to be grateful for, so it's about time to pay attention. This wraps up today's video. Let me know in the comments below which of the 10 proofs you are paying attention to the most, and what's the best life-changing advice you have ever received. Thank you guys for watching. Do me a favor, hit the like button, that sub button, that bell button, and we will see you